So I'll introduce myself. I'm the juice lady, in case you didn't figure that out. I became the juice lady a long time ago in 1990 when the Juice Man infomercials were first hitting the airways, and I became the juice lady, and I was going to school at Bastyr University, getting my master's degree in Whole Foods Nutrition. There's a company with Whole Foods in your name. I like that, because that's what we should be eating all the time, Whole Foods. And then on the weekends, I would do the Juice Man seminars, and they quickly gave me the name Juice Lady, and I've been the Juice Lady ever since. I've written 26 books in 23 languages. They have gone all over the world. I've sold over 3 million books, and I've traveled the world. And my most exciting, I've been hearing about Qatar, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's near, and Dubai. I heard Dubai, there's people here from Dubai. 2 years ago, I got a call from the royal family, Her Highness of Dubai, of UAE, and she said, I have your book, Juicing for Life in Arabic. I would love to invite you to come and juice for the sheikhs and the ambassadors' wives. And she had a huge event at the Fairmont Hotel, and all the servants came from the palace with gold vessels and beautiful coffees and dates and sweets, and I juiced, and it was so exciting, and I juiced at the palace. And so from the palace to simple little talks at libraries and all over everywhere, I've been juicing and presenting for over 20-some years. And it's so exciting. Thank you. So exciting to be here today and do this presentation for you. And I want to help you build your business. And I know a way. Everybody loves juice parties. Have you found that out? Have you tried it? Anybody tried that? Have one in your home, go to health food stores. I've done library talks. I've gone all over. I've gone to Whole Foods markets. This was way back when, done juice presentations. I've invited people into my own home for juice parties. I've had juice parties and raw foods events where everybody brings a dish and then we all juice. Do you know everybody loves juice? I haven't found anybody who didn't like juice. If you sweeten it up with a little apple or pineapple or something, everybody loves it. And then you say, I've got a great book for you. I want you to take a look at it. Everybody wants at least more energy. Anybody want more energy? Okay. Better health? Better sleep? Clear mind? Look younger, lose weight, right? Okay, you're gonna get everybody on something, right? So you tell them, here's the way. And you get some books today, and I want to tell you about what we've got. And I want you to meet my husband. He's out in the far corner by the window. He's got all the books there. He's gonna sell them to you, and I'm gonna sign them when we have breaks and whatever. Look at your guides. This is an A to Z guide, more than 50 different ailments. Everybody you know at least knows someone who's got something wrong, right? Everybody's got, I mean, not young people usually don't have something wrong, except maybe they want more energy, they'd like to lose some weight, right? They want fitness, workout training, they want to build muscle. You can build muscle with juice. I met a lot of bodybuilders who say, I built these muscles with carrot juice. But everybody you can approach with something that they would like to improve in their life, or they've got a family member, maybe with cancer, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, maybe what I had, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. I healed myself. I got that in my late 20s. Couldn't work, I was so sick, I had to move home and sleep 12 hours a day and feel like I was still tired every time I got up. And found my way with juicing and changing my diet and healed my body in 3 months. and I was back to work and feeling like a new person. I had to change my diet. I had to juice. I had to cleanse. There are two things that bring about health. One, superior nutrition. Where do we get that? From juicing and eating a lot of greens and vegetables, more raw foods. And number two, detoxing your body. Detoxification, juice fasting, vegetable juice fasting. I put a real emphasis on vegetables because we can get too much fruit from too much fruit juice, too much sugar, and it's too much for the body. So today we're doing mostly fruit and mostly sugar, but that's just the way. It's hard to store all those little greens. But juice a lot of those. It brings healing to the body. And do you know, when you start having people coming to your juice parties, your little talks that you may give in your area, in your home, wherever you go, and people start getting well, you know what they do? They tell their friends, and they tell their family, and they say, you should get a juicer. And then they get a juicer, and then they want a water filter, and then they want an air filter, because you tell them about all the healthy things. But here's what's immediate. Juice is immediate. They get instant feedback. They start feeling better right away. Now you've got a new customer. Then you can say, how would you like to sell juicers and air filters and water filters and all of those things? So it's very exciting. It's been exciting for me to see lives changed all over the world. Thousands of people healed. People with diabetes say, I can't juice. I say, yes, you can. I have seen hundreds of diabetics healed, managed with diet, but diabetics cannot juice fruit, and they cannot juice many carrots or beets. Those are high in sugar. They must stick to the green vegetables, lemon for flavor, and it does, surprisingly, it sweetens things up a little bit, and ginger root and things like that. So as you read this book, you'll learn a whole lot more, and it's at the back table. And then I've got Weekend Weight Loss Diet, how to lose a few pounds quickly on a weekend. All right, and it's also in Spanish. Big book of juices and green smoothies, over 400 recipes to get people started on juicing. It's in Spanish and English. And to detoxify, the juicing, fasting, and detoxing for life. And I'll tell you, that's where people really start seeing improvement. So all of those will be at the back table where my husband is. I'll sign them. And my brand new book, it's still hot. Do you see the steam coming off of it? January 6th, actually, we're going into the future. The anti-inflammation diet will officially hit the stands on Tuesday, but it's really out. You can get it now. I have just a few copies because they just came in before I left, so I stuffed a few in my suitcase. Do you know, I said this yesterday, at the basis of every illness, every ailment, everything going on, there's inflammation. And so we want to get people on an anti-inflammation diet. The juices are part of that, and then choosing whole foods. So everybody that has anything going on in their body needs to be on an anti-inflammation diet. There are recipes here and a 28-day program. So now we're going to get started juicing. I need to move these books. I want to splash them up. So I'll let you put those somewhere. And I want to tell you yesterday, there was nothing wrong with this juicer. It was me. So my husband and I have a favorite line when things go wrong. Remember that movie with Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber? Okay, this was Dumb and Dumber, me. So it just goes right here like this. Voila. And I don't know, I've juiced every kind of juicer. I've juiced on live TV, 13 years on QVC, all over, every kind of, what was wrong with me? I don't know, but it's a beautiful juicer. I'm not just saying that, I love it. And it's powerful, it's got a great motor. You can just push right through that pineapple rind and watermelon rind and hard, tough things and soft things, and it did a beautiful job. So There's nothing wrong with this lovely juicer. I really think it's wonderful. Okay, so we're ready for slide 2. Get ready because juicing can change your life. I love what you've got this sheet, Juicing for a Better Life. It truly is a better life when you juice every day, or almost every day. When I travel, I can't juice. Who juices every day? Woohoo! Okay. Congratulations to you. Has it changed your life? Yes, for sure. Congratulations. So, before we're done today, I hope to inspire each one of you to juice every day, at least when you're home. It's hard when you travel because trying to travel with a juicer is very difficult. But every day that you're home, you can juice. Do you think you're too busy to juice? If you're too busy to juice, here's what I want to tell you. You're too busy not to juice, because you need that superior nutrition for energy so you can keep going. Now, I can tell you, I see a lot of you are high achievers. You're in the fast lane of life, aren't you? You're charging down. You're winning awards, and you're doing a lot to help people. But you can't forget about yourself, right? Because if you burn out, if you don't have energy, you can't keep going. And you can't help all these other people in the world that need your help so much. And truly, there are people all over the world that need help. Wherever I've been, there are always people coming up to me. I have a grandchild with autism, or I have a son with ADD, or my child has this, or I have this, or my mother has cancer. I hear all these problems and great needs. Do we have a deficiency of pharmaceutical drugs? No. Nobody has a deficiency of a prescription drug. We have deficiencies of vital nutrients, and we have excesses of toxic stuff. And unfortunately, the U.S. has imported its golden arches and all that bad food all over the world. And we're making people sick everywhere. When I was in Dubai, I saw people eating their beautiful Middle Eastern food and drinking Coca-Cola. And I went, oh, no. Here are these beautiful people, and they've had this Whole Foods diet, and now we've imported our poison to them. We can't do that. So next slide, please. Okay. So I just wanted to, I'm a little behind on my slides. Thousands of people have been healed. And the next slide, I just want to show you lovely Lois, who came to our raw foods and juice retreat in a wheelchair. I mentioned her yesterday, and we do a raw foods day and a half to start off with. We do a 3-day juice fast, and then we close with raw foods. She came on a Sunday, could not walk, in terrible pain, had driven 2 days from Chicago to New Mexico, to the Santa Fe area, barely could get in to the hotel, and was in horrible shape on Monday, sitting in the car all that time with her daughter driving her. By Thursday, in my afternoon session, Lois says, I want to show you something, Cherie. And her daughter pulled back the chairs, and Lois took off walking. She was pain-free. Woohoo, huh? And look at her. That night, that was taken that night, we walked into the dining hall. Everyone knew, because everyone had been helping Lois, how bad off she was. When she walked in, she was pushing her walker. And everyone jumped up and they were screaming and crying and applauding because they knew how she suffered. And here she was, pain-free. Wouldn't you like to see that in your business? Yay, team! So you really can see those kind of miracles right in your own hometown and with the people you love, your family and friends, and those that want to work with you and for you. This is how we're going to change the world, right? Okay, we're going to go to our next slide, and here's what we want a lot of. Vegetables. Juicing helps you consume more vegetables. Now, as I said, we don't have a lot today because those little leafy greens don't last very long in the coolers, but just pretend that we're doing them and that we're tucking them into everything we make, even though we're going to make a lot of fruit. So here's a little, next slide, humor. Eat your vegetables. I think you're right, Ruby, she says on the phone. Our husbands are revolting. Mine won't eat his greens either. So if you have somebody in your family that doesn't like greens, doesn't like broccoli, doesn't like vegetables, children that won't eat their vegetables, tuck them in to a nice tasting blend of juice. They won't even know they're there, okay? This is an answer for young mothers. Lots of young moms are really frustrated. I can't get my children to eat vegetables. You can say, I've got an answer for you. I want you to get the juicer. I want you to start juicing. The moms will say, I'm too busy. You say, oh no, here's what you do. On the weekends, you make a giant batch of juice and you put them in individual glass jars. Don't fill them all the way to the top because they'll burst in the freezer. But about 3/4 full, freeze them and pull them out each day. There's your answer. Can you do that and still retain your nutrients? Oh, yes. They've done studies on frozen vegetables and found those had more nutrients than the things sitting on the shelf because if they were frozen quickly right out of the field or garden, they were very rich in nutrients. Doesn't that give you an answer, huh? Because people say, I can't juice, I don't have any time, I get up early, I have to go to work, I'm so busy, oh, I can't juice. You say, yes, you can. Here's how you do it. You freeze it. And then it's all ready to go. You pull it out in the morning. First thing when you get up, it's nice. Sometimes it's kind of slushy and cold and delicious. And you drink it on the way to work. You give it to your children, your spouse, whomever. Everybody's got their little jar of juice, and off we go, right? Superior food to start your day. It's an answer for everyone. Yes, you can juice. Yes, you can. But this is how you do it. Other people ask me, can I make it the night before and store it in the refrigerator? Yes, you can. You lose some nutrients as it sits, but make it covered, cold, dark. When you close the refrigerator door, it goes dark, right? People ask me that all the time. Stay light in there? No. Yes, you can make it the night before, and it's still the best thing you could drink. You may lose some nutrients, but I still know it's the most superior food you could drink. That's how I got well when I had chronic fatigue syndrome. I only had enough energy to stand in the middle of the afternoon. I was that weak. And so I would make all my juice then and then drink it. And drink it. And first thing when I got up and drink it and then make my batch of juice around between 1 and 2. And I'd stagger to the kitchen and hold on to the counter, but I did it. I was so determined I'm going to get well and I'm going to get this superior food. Okay, next slide. Okay, green lemonade, and we're going to do green apple and lemons, and just pretend that I'm putting in dark leafy greens, right? Just pretend, but when you get home, you can put them in. Kale is fabulous. Kale is my best friend. I love kale. So I do take the peel off lemon, unless it's organic. And here's something to be aware of. We don't want to get we don't want hardly any pesticides in our system. So if you don't find organic lemons, take the peel off. Lemons, though, are low down on the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list. Are you familiar with that? EWG.org. You can go there from anywhere in the world. EWG.org. They'll give you the worst sprayed foods. They'll give you the clean 15, and you'll know what you don't have to buy necessarily that's organic and what you absolutely have to buy that's organic. You can just keep it running the whole time. Okay, so we're both going to just take off and make some lemonade. And this is a powerful little workhorse juicer. And I don't just say that, believe me, I have used a lot of juicers. And I love this juicer. And I was saying to myself the other day, I think I need to sell this because it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do some more green apple and lemon, and we'll try to get juice taste to everybody. Green apple, by the way, is lower in sugar than the red or yellow. So if you're wanting to keep and needing to keep that sugar low, then you want to go with just a little bit of green apple, and maybe you can't have any at all. I'm in the category where I can't have much sugar, and so I don't do fruit, but I stay healthy. Do you know it's okay to discipline yourself and to discipline and work with your body so that you can stay healthy? And at first, when I realized I had to say no to a number of things because I have low blood sugar and I can't have hardly any fruit, I thought I was really losing out. I was lamenting, oh, poor me. And then it dawned on me one day, here's what I can have: health, energy, life, a trim, fit body. I can sleep well at night. I can have a brain that's sharp and works well. Okay, do you want that? I do too. And so it's okay then to say no. Here's a category of stuff I can't eat. It's all right. I go all over. I've been to gala events and parties all over the world. I don't drink any alcohol. I don't drink any wine. I don't drink any coffee, except maybe twice a year I have a latte at Starbucks. That's about it. I don't have dairy. I don't have gluten, no grains, except for a little brown rice that's organic and quinoa. What do I eat? People say, what on earth do you eat? I have found lots of food and great recipes, all sorts of ways to do vegetables, and I'm not vegan, so I do eat animal products that are clean, that are organic, raised on grass, not bad food. And I have loads of food I can eat. Last night, I could eat the dinner. I was just fine. There's plenty to eat. People get very worried and think, oh no, I can't have all this stuff I've been eating. And then I say, how's it working for you? Not so well, right? They're sick. Then I say, all right, here's what I recommend you don't have, but here's all the things you can have. Just focus on that, what you can have. And at the bottom of that list, vibrant health. Who doesn't want that? But you know, we're in a society where we think we have to have all of this stuff, and we have to do what everyone around us is doing, and we don't. So I'm going to give this a stir with my biodegradable stir stick. And you know, when you put on a juice demonstration, you can do things like that. And you can make it fun. And you can make it tasty. And everybody can really enjoy being part of your juice party, your juice presentation. And I can tell you that will open the door for all the other products. Because it isn't so exciting just to taste water, right? I mean, we should, and we should drink a lot of it. We need to have at least 8 glasses. And it's kind of hard to have somebody sniff the air with an air purifier, right? Can you tell the difference? Well, they sort of can't. You can get them to lie down on the mattress maybe, but you know how you get them right in the door? Juicing, right? Juicing. And you can tell them right now, you start today, this is going to change your life. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel something in 24 hours. Okay, now you have immediately got somebody interested. That's the exciting part. I'm going to taste this. I do once in a while have a sip of apple, just to make sure I've got something that tastes good. Oh, cheers. This is wonderful. Okay, do I have a volunteer? Somebody that would like to pour juice into these little cups, and maybe a second volunteer that would like to just kind of get juice out. So
just pour into the cup?
Yes, and we'll do maybe about a half
a cup?
Or half to 3/4 of a little cup. I think you're going to like it. Why don't you guys taste yours and make sure it tastes good?
Okay.
Because if we get a little too much lemon, you know what people do, right? They pucker up. So we want a nice blend of lemon and apple, but make it green lemonade when you do your presentations, because you know how shocked people are when there's greens in there like spinach or kale or chard, and people say, oh my goodness, I can't believe there are all these greens in there, and it tastes good. And when your children will drink spinach juice, that gets every mom's attention, every dad's attention. It's like, oh my goodness, my kids are drinking spinach or kale or chard or collard greens. So always put some green vegetables in there, some leafy greens, and it'll be very exciting to people. Hi, we need some more glasses. Okay, so I want everybody to really enjoy your juice today. Hope to get you hooked on juicing greens. And like I said, just pretend that there are lots of beautiful greens in here. Yes, and we'll keep juicing. And the next slide, please. Oh, I'm back to my book that covers over 50 ailments. I want to tell you, in this book are chapters, as I said, from A to Z, things like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, high blood pressure, scleroderma, arthritis. Arthritis is one thing that right away, within about a week, people say, oh, my pain is starting to go away. I've had many people come to me for weight loss, and within a short time, their pain was going away. Make sure that little, oh yeah. Okay, so take a look at this book, and you know what? Get a copy, because you'll be able to go through it. It is designed like a physician's desk reference. You look up what ails somebody, and in there are the juice recipes, the nutrients, the diet they should be on, the herbs, everything is there. And you can even make a copy. Don't tell my publisher I said that. But you could copy a page or two and give it to them and say, here's an answer for you. Follow this guide, and you're going to feel so much better. Okay? Now you've got a new customer, and maybe they're going to join your organization and start selling juicers because they feel so well. And they're going to get people healthier in their circle of friends. And it's going to go out and out and out. And next year, I hope there's double the number of people here that were here this year, because all these people have gotten well because of you. Because you're doing this fabulous work in healing, in helping people to heal. Next slide. Okay, so what prevents disease? Many things, but antioxidants are one. And there are all these studies about vitamin C and vitamin E and lycopene and carotene and lutein for the eyes, preventing things like cancer and cardiovascular and Alzheimer's disease, macular degeneration, eyesight improving. So important. Where do we get these fabulous antioxidants? From our vegetables and our fruit. How do we get them into our bodies in a highly absorbable form? Juice. Juice. By the time, you know that song, I want to teach the world to sing. I want to teach the world to juice, right? This is how we're going to change healthcare. This is true. Healthcare reform worldwide. This is true healing worldwide. And so this is how we're going to make a difference in the world. And that is what I'm all about. And losing weight, I want to help you lose weight, get trim. Are you ready for a new year to jumpstart 2015? Woo! Okay. Well, I am too. And if you want to join me, I have an international group that starts the 12th of January. And truly, I have people that are joining from all over the world. And we're all joining together. I do Facebook coaching and email downloads of the lessons. And so anywhere in the world, people can join. If they don't speak English, then you find a translator for them. I have a special going on, the early bird special. It's only $69.95. I mean, that's the biggest deal you'll ever find. And it's working with me in group coaching and lessons. And if you sign up by the end of January 5th, that's Monday, you will get the early bird special. Otherwise, it goes up $10 after that. Not a disaster, though. And you know, if you get on the program, Healthy and Fit for Life, you start losing weight, or you get somebody that you care about, or somebody that you know that you'd like to get involved, give them a subscription. For $69.95, you're probably going to have a new customer for all the products. And my husband is at the back table. My business cards are there. On the back is my email address and website, or on the front is email, on the back is the website address. And I want to help you sell juicers and a fabulous lifestyle for other people. So I've done this for people all over the world who say, I don't know what to do, and I'm so lost, and I need help, and I need coaching, and I need somebody just to push me forward. And of course, for the program, you have to have a juicer. So now you come in to the person that you want to help get fit and trim, and you say, I've got the answer, I've got the juicer. And by the way, do you know what the first lesson is? Water. And right in there, I say, get a water purifier because you don't want to drink polluted water. And this is your first lesson on weight loss and getting trim and working out and getting fit. Your muscles need water, your cells need water, at least 8 glasses a day. Do you know Dr. B? I can't pronounce his last name, long last name. Thank you. You get the award for that one. I always call him Dr. B. He cured so many people with water. Water is a key for weight loss. It's a key to flushing out toxins. It's a key to curbing the appetite, drinking a big glass of water 15, 20 minutes before a meal. And so lesson 1, everybody's got to start drinking at least 8 glasses of water. Then you come in and say, here's your lesson 1. I gave you this course. You've got to get a water purifier because I don't want you to have polluted water, right? And do you know, here's a key, tell your clients, your audience, people you want to bring in, if your body is toxic, if you are drinking toxic water and eating toxic food, your body will store toxins in fat cells, and this is proven. Your body will even make more fat cells to store those toxins until you start detoxing. People that are saying, I'm only eating a few calories a day, I'm starving myself, I'm not losing weight, what's going on? You need to detox maybe. Because as your body starts detoxing, as you have pure water and pure juice, your body is going to say, I can let go of all these toxins. I can let go because there's plenty of water to flush them out, and there's plenty of antioxidants to bind up the toxins, the free radicals, carry them out of the body so that they don't damage cells. And bingo, people start losing weight. Just like that. Now you've got excited people that you're working with. They're losing weight. And tell them this is not just about weight loss. This is about a lifestyle. Next slide. We have to have a little humor in between. They give me a slimmer, longer look. Next slide. I want to talk to you about Judy for a moment. Judy was part of my last Jumpstart program, and it was Jumpstart 2014. Judy has lost so far 35 pounds. But what she said to me was so exciting for her. She said it's the first time in her life that she came on board a program. I teach a lifestyle, not a bingo 1, 2, 3, drop all this weight, white knuckle it through, and then go back to your old way of eating. That's not what we're about. That's not what you're about, I know. It's a new lifestyle of all of this healthy way of living. So Judy came to me quite overweight, as you can see. And she'd always tried and failed on different diets. She'd lose the weight, put it right back on, because she'd go back to her old way of eating. She said this was the most freeing program because she learned a lifestyle. I gave her freedom. I give everybody freedom. Take a breath. We're not white-knuckling it. We're not in for a race to the finish line of weight loss. We're here to learn a new way of life, and you're never going to leave it. You're never going to leave this. This is yours till you die. This is mine till I die. I'm not leaving this way of life because there's nothing wrong with me. I might get a little stuffiness or fight a little cold once in a while. That's it. Nothing wrong. That's where we want to be. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong till the day we die. That's where my grandmother was. She had a great big garden, ate all those vegetables, didn't eat bad stuff, lived to 94. Nothing wrong until she just died. That's where we should be. And unfortunately, the world is sick and we're not there. But anyway, Judy said she's lost 35 pounds. And she said, I'm so excited because I'm learning a new way of life. I have 20-some, I think, more she wants to lose. And she said, it's not a race. I'm not like frustrated that I haven't accomplished more, lost more yet. She said, I took a deep breath and I feel relaxed and excited. I feel healthy and happy. And look at how glowing she is over there. Healthy, happy, excited. And she said the weight will come off. It'll probably come off a little more slowly than some of the other programs I've been on, but it's coming off. Steady, new way of life, new lifestyle, juice, water, whole foods, great recipes. You've got somebody who's hooked for life, and hopefully they're going to say, I want to join your team because I love what happened for me, and I want to share it with other people. So get started, Jumpstart 2015, and here's Tish. Next slide. My little remote doesn't work from here to the back of the room. Tish has lost 20 pounds, but you can't see her as well as I can see her hair. It's a little darker. She looks 20 years younger. She really does. Her husband told her that. She not only lost weight, she lost years. Isn't that what everybody wants? I've seen people on these horrible weight loss programs with dried food from a box, saturated in chemicals. That's where I did my internship. I won't mention the name, but at one of those companies when I was a student. And I would see people coming in, and they would look healthy. They'd be overweight, but they'd look healthy. They'd have glowing face and color. And within weeks, I would see them look terrible. They'd lost weight, and their skin was sagging, and they looked kind of gray. Their coloring was off. They looked sick. I quit that. I said, I'm not working here anymore. I cannot push this horrid food on anybody. Because it isn't just about losing weight, is it? It's about our health. We want to be healthy, strong, vibrant, filled with energy. We want to fill our purpose, fulfill it. We each have a purpose. You have a purpose, I have a purpose. We have a destiny. You have a destiny. Helping people become healthier is part of your destiny. I see that. We want to finish well. We want to complete our course with health and strength and vitality. We want to help as many people as we can. So Tish said, it's so exciting that she not only lost 20 pounds, went from a size 16 to a 12, but she's healthier. She's happier. Do you know when you're healthy, you're happy? You are. You just feel like smiling. When you feel like smiling, it communicates to your cells, all is well. We're happy, we're healthy, we're filled with life. All right, next slide. And here's coming up, Jill. Jill had a Cinderella dream. Every year she went to a gala ball with her husband, probably an event kind of like last night. And every year she got a new dress, and she said every year her goal was to lose weight and be in a slimmer dress. And she was 170 some pounds when she started my program, Jumpstart 2014. And her goal was by the ball, she wanted to be under 160 and wear that dress. And she did it. She was 159. And she got into her new dress, and she said, I didn't have those love handles hanging from my back. She said that was always, she couldn't wear certain dresses before because of the weight. And she said her husband told her she was the prettiest one at the ball. Isn't that sweet? You know, many of the stories that I hear, and I hear them every week of my life, they bring tears to my eyes. I used to work with Richard Simmons on QVC. I was his nutritionist. You know Richard? Some of you know Richard Simmons. He used to cry in the back room and makeup for all these people that were so desperate and so overweight. He really did care. And I kind of feel that way. It often brings tears to my eyes, and it probably does to yours as you meet many people who need these programs so much. So next slide is juicing promotes a strong immune system. And we want all these vibrantly colored fruits and vegetables, and put your emphasis on vegetables. I have a lot of fruit up here in the picture and what we're doing, but put your emphasis on vegetables. Okay, next slide. If you put a crouton on your sundae instead of a cherry, it counts as a salad. Wrong. Not really, not at all. Don't ever eat that sundae, and I don't eat the croutons, but I thought it was kind of funny. So next recipe and next slide, we're going to do the pineapple kicker, and this is pineapple and ginger. And now this tastes really wonderful. If you can have fruit, and here are the people who can't have fruit juice: diabetes, hypoglycemia, cancer, metabolic syndrome, and yeast, overgrowth of yeast. Yeast loves sugar. And lots of people have yeast overgrowth and don't even know it. So they should not have fruit juice, but can juice, just must have vegetables. And that's what I have, and my husband and I have every morning, is a green juice with lemon and ginger. We do not have fruit except for lemon and lime, and we are just fine, and it tastes delicious. So you can get everybody who can't have sugar on green juices with lemon or lime and ginger. And I think they'll like it. Cucumber, dark leafy greens, celery, parsley, lemon, ginger. Great recipe. And maybe they can have a little green apple. Maybe not. I can't. So we're all different. We need to learn to listen to our bodies, right? And your body will speak to you. It will tell you what it needs. And that's where we want to tune it so it can hear the message, because it will always talk to us. So I'm going to grab some pineapple and ginger, and I'm going to juice too. Now, pineapple is rich in bromelain, and bromelain is a wonderful digestive enzyme. Many people with sore throats have found that if they do pineapple and ginger, it begins to heal the sore throat. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory root. We've got some cut up here. I put ginger in everything. Everything ginger goes in. And pretty much all around the world, we can find fresh ginger. It's wonderful. It's rich in zinc. Zinc is very important for the immune system. It's also proven in scientific studies to be anti-inflammatory. And they don't tell you this in the news, the #1 cause of heart disease, heart attack, is not high cholesterol. It's inflammation. Anti-inflammatory. Everybody, get your family on it. Prevent heart attacks, prevent heart disease. Juice this every day. Juice ginger root. Also, if you know any pregnant women, proven in studies, anti-nausea. Get everybody who's pregnant on juice of ginger, juice of ginger. And of course, mix it with something that they like. And if you're sick or you have a sore throat, ginger. Absolutely healing, powerful healing properties in ginger root. So now we're going to see what this tastes like. A powerful anti-inflammatory drink. And you can add dark leafy greens to this, and it will taste fabulous. So you can do a green pineapple kicker and put in kale, chard, collard greens, or spinach, or parsley, or any other greens that you would like. And this is a way to start getting greens in everybody's diet with something that tastes fabulous. And if the people you're working with, as I said, can't have sugar, then leave out the pineapple and use cucumber and or celery root. That will be great. I'm going to get some more pineapple. But I wanted to demonstrate to you the power of this juicer. It's got a great blade, a great motor, can take tough things like pineapple skins. Now make sure if you're doing the skin that it is an organic pineapple, because they do spray them and you don't want all that pesticide spray going into your body. So make sure that it is organic. And we're going to have some more taste for all of you of pineapple and ginger. And I'm going to grab some more. I love ginger. Who likes ginger? Oh, look at, oh, good for you. That's wonderful. And if it's not a favorite, then just mix it with a whole bunch of other stuff. I put in great big chunks of ginger in our morning juice for my husband and I every day. All right, so we're just about ready for a taste test. Oh, and by the way, on my website, there are lots of free recipes as well. So it's juiceladysherry.com. You can always go there and find some free recipes as well, a few. Most of them are in my book. And you can sign up for my free newsletter if you wish. It comes out twice a week. And I always have health tips, except when I'm telling you about an event or something. Always health tips, and usually a recipe, and always an inspirational quote for the day. So I hope that you will sign up for the free newsletter. Get on there, and let's see. I need something for my fingers. Give it a stir. And I'm going to taste it. And then I need some helpers again.
Yeah. Someone come up here and volunteer to pass the...
Cheers. Oh, I think you're going to really like this one. It's hard to go wrong.
It's really good.
Really good. Okay. So see, when you go out to start doing your juice demos for people, you can do things like this and just tuck some greens in there. Everybody will love it. You're going to get a lot of people who say, I want to know more. I want to get a juicer. I want to start juicing. Okay, next slide. I want to help you increase energy and stamina. How do you do that? Fresh juice. It's rich in biophotons. Oh, and my next slide. Biophotons, enzymes, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, all in juice. Biophotons are those light rays of energy that emanate from plants. When we cook that plant, we lose our biophotons. You can tell people that you juice for, you can tell them that. You lose your biophotons. Biophotons are important. They feed the mitochondria of our cells, those little energy units that produce ATP. You probably all know someone who says, oh, I'm so tired. I'm just tired all the time. Tell them, here's your answer. You've got to start juicing and get those biophotons that feed your little mitochondria that produce ATP. There's your energy fuel. How about working out? I started personal training last year. I wondered if I could do it. All of that intense, hard work. I did it. First time in my life, I went for chin-ups and pull-ups and lifting weights, and juicing gave me the energy to go do it. And I'd always done like aerobic classes, and I've done yoga and things like that, but I've never gone for intense, hard personal training. And I did it. And I'm doing it. And I'm so hooked now, I don't know that I'm ever going to give up. So if you want to have more energy for workouts, lifting weights, going for fitness, start drinking more juice. Boy, it gives you that energy. You know, I wouldn't go out the door to a workout session now without a big glass of juice. And often what I also have is a green smoothie afterward. And here's how I make that. I do my big pitcher of juice for my husband and I. We each drink a big glass. Then I pour some of that juice in my blender. I add an avocado, protein powder. I use hemp protein and maca powder, which gives you stamina and strength. I put in a few drops of liquid iodine, which is great for your thyroid. If you have thyroid issues, you may need to increase your iodine to feed your thyroid. Coconut oil also helps that. Coconut oil is excellent for you, and I put in a little bit of that. Blend it all up. It's delicious. My husband calls it green porridge. And we put ground nuts or sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds on top for a little crunch. That's our breakfast, a big bowl of that and a big glass of juice. I'm ready to go work out. And I think you will be too. I want you to be strong, healthy, vibrant, happy, and excited about life. And you can be all of that. And I can tell you I have a grueling schedule myself. And if it wasn't for juice, I could not do this. I could not travel and be on planes for long hours and speak all day and stand and do and write books. I've written a book a year. I've written 26 books since I graduated in 1991. 26 books. And do all this other stuff. I could not even do half of what I do if it wasn't for juicing and eating a pure diet. Okay, next slide. Juicing helps detoxify the body, flushes out toxins, and that's what we want to do. And next slide, please. So move over, Ponce de Leon. We have found the fountain of youth. We have found what is going to keep us healthy, young. And it's not just young in how you look. It's young of spirit, young of soul. How many people do you know in their 60s, 70s, or 80s that giggle? Not too many. That are just happy, that just find life so enjoyable. It keeps your soul young. And you know, if you're young and you think, well, there's nothing wrong with me and I'm having a great time and I feel good, and what are you going to be at 40, 50, 60, 70, 80? How are you going to feel? How do you want to feel? I love the quote by Karen Lamb. It's been in my last 2 newsletters. A year from now, you will wish you started today. Today. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. You can have the life you want. You can live the life you want to live. Healthy, happy, vibrant, a young soul, a young spirit, looking younger than almost anybody around you who doesn't follow this program. This is the Fountain of Youth. Okay, next slide. You can look and feel better right now, right today, right where you are. Well, you know, you probably want to go get a juicer. Hey, I know where you can get one. Let's do watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yeah. Do you know what I said yesterday? Joseph said that to me.
Only watermelon?
Yeah, let's just do watermelon. Joseph said to me, watermelon acts like Viagra. And I thought, that's probably an old wives' tale, right? Although some of those old wives' tales had a lot of wisdom, right? But I thought, I'm just going to look it up. And I put it up on the screen for you yesterday. A&M University, lo and behold, we're talking about watermelon doing what Viagra does, which is working on the blood vessels. There was a natural chemical called a phytonutrient in watermelon that did about the same thing, but they didn't know how much it took. Well, I said they need a juicer. And then they just need to juice it up, right? So we're going to get some watermelon out to you. And next slide. There's my Annie Mae, and she's the juice puppy, and it's a wonderful life. She's happy. I make her own food, give her lots of vegetables. Do you want your pets to be healthy? You can give them a little of the pulp that's left over from juicing and mix it. I make her homemade dog food. And this dog, she's 6 years old, and she thinks she's a brand new puppy. I mean, she just runs around. She's got so much energy. She'll go in circles, and she just doesn't know what to do with herself. The whole family can get healthy, and it is a wonderful life. That's one of my favorite movies. I want it to be a wonderful life for you. I want it to be a wonderful life for all the people you work with. I want everybody in your sphere of clientele, family, and friends to find this happiness, healthy lifestyle that they can follow for the rest of their life. So you get a lot of juice out of watermelon. If you're doing a demonstration for people or a juice party, you'll get a lot of juice really fast that you can give to people. Okay, so our next slide. I love this picture. Eat your vegetables. I think it's so cute. So we've got about 5 minutes. We're going to get watermelon juice out to you. And if you have some questions, I am so happy to answer them. But I just want to wrap up quickly first and say, again, my books are out there. The One Little One Weekend Weight Loss Diet is $10. I've discounted everything for you. It's really a good deal, what you're getting here. And all the larger books are $15. And the DVD is $15. And if you buy 6 books, you can get it for $80, which is a discount even more. I'll sign the books for you when I get a chance. You can, my husband's back out there, and you can go anytime and get books if you want to. You can get a book if there's somebody that you know you'd like to get going on this whole healthy lifestyle Carico Nutritech program. Give them a book. Give them an autographed book. And say, here's a way you can get started. And truly, I've seen that happen over and over and over again. The book is an entry into their lives. It gives them hope. I had a quote at the beginning on my very first slide. When you have health, you have hope. When you have hope, you have everything. And do you know there are a lot of people with no hope in your world? Think about the people who are sick. No hope. Your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your best friend. Think about people who are sick and have no hope. You can offer them hope. When you have hope, you have everything. Your immune system kicks in and says, I'm doing something. Okay, let's all rally. We're going to get better. We're going to get well. Okay, so that's the rundown of the books, and what's your question?
What is the rationale why when you juice it, you need to drink it right away? What is the rationale?
The rationale, why should you drink juice right away when you make it? Because the longer it sits, the more it loses its nutrients. But, as I said, you can store it covered cold in the fridge or freeze it. And it's still going to be you can juice it and store it and freeze it. Oh, juice plus pills? Okay, juice plus pills. Here's the question. Juice plus pills versus juicing fresh vegetables and fruit. Lots of people are trying to push juice plus as, well, you don't need to juice. Let me tell you, you can never get into a pill what you can get in fresh juice. There are things that God made that are in vegetables and fruit that man can never duplicate. There are cofactors that all work together. I learned in science and nutritional chemistry, there are cofactors, and those cofactors all work together. You may need 10 vitamins, 12 minerals, a bunch of phytonutrients they haven't even named, and a whole bunch of other stuff, all working together to make a reaction in your body. You're just not going to get that from a pill. I'm all for supplements, but they are what the word says, supplement. They do not replace real food, and yes, it's fine if somebody wants to take a Juice Plus when they're traveling or as just an additional, but never let them believe that that can replace juicing. It cannot. Yes?
I juice every day, but then I put them in big containers.
Yes.
I use it in 2 days.
2 days?
And another question is, some
Yes.
people that juice it, they take out the foam on
Uh-huh.
Is that good or bad?
What about the foam on top? And do you have to take it out? You don't. You don't have to take the foam out, and it's not bad. Just stir it up. Yeah, just stir it all up, and you're fine. And he makes juice for 2 days and stores it. That's fine. Because here's what's fine. Yes, you lose some. But you know what? You're still gaining a whole lot. It's still the best thing you can get on the face of the earth. I don't know anything any better. So go for it. Okay, yes? Oh, okay. I'll take you and then you. I'm very familiar. Okay, our question, excellent question. What about slow juicer versus fast centrifugal? And now there is, yes, a rumor floating worldwide almost that this kind of juicer heats up your juice and destroys your nutrients. It does not heat up your juice. Your juice is still cold, right? Everybody drank it, it was cool. It wasn't hot, right? Because there are cooling mechanisms in these juice machines now. The old ones did, many of them, but that was a long time ago, heat up the juices. They don't heat them up now. But they do add more oxygen in there, and you do lose a little bit, but not much, versus a slow juicer. But here's the deal that I found. Slow juicer is what it says. They call it cold pressed, right? They call it masticating. It is slow. It's much slower. I've had about everything. You should see my garage. About every juicer there is out there. I've tried them. Slow juicer is slow juicer. Slow juicer compared to a faster wide mouth, you have to cut things up in little pieces. It took me 7 times longer to make a glass of juice. If your client is saying, I'm busy and I don't have time to juice, they are not going to use a slow juicer, right? It's people who are truly dedicated and going to stand there for a long time and go and cut everything in little teeny pieces. You know, I've got slow juicers at home and I don't use them because I am so busy. I am in the fast lane of life, but I am going to juice. And there's no real study. It's probably minuscule what you lose with oxygen going in there, more oxygen. You still got a bundle of wonderful nutrients, a big, big bundle of them. Don't worry about it. Tell them not to worry. They may find there's one little study from Australia, and they used, I think, probably a Norwalk press. They didn't say, but that's my thinking. Those are 900 or 1,000 or something, or 1,200 now. And it's a two-step process, and it takes you about a half hour, I think, to make a glass of juice. 20 minutes, maybe. It's too much time. People aren't going to do it. And then they compared it to a centrifugal, and they found more nutrients in there. But, look, who's going to do that? Your people, everybody's busy. I haven't met anyone that didn't say to me they're busy. Retired people, they got all the whole day. No, they're too busy. So everybody wants fast. Everybody wants wide mouth, practically. Here we go. You've got it. And it's still going to be great for them. They're going to get fabulous complement of nutrients. I got well juicing with a centrifugal. You don't need to take the seeds out of the apple. They said there was a little arsenic in apples. That's wrong. It's cyanide. And don't worry, no. Cyanide is in nature, right? We have a little in a lot of things. It's natural. The only thing, if you juiced a whole bunch of apples with seeds, little children under 2 should not have a whole bunch. They can have a little bit. But, you wouldn't want to maybe give a child under 2 3 or 4 apples with all the seeds. That's the only thing that I would say, slight caution. Do we have another question? And we're just slightly over time.
What's the best time to do the juicing? Before a meal in the morning or after the meal?
What is the best time to do juicing? Before or after a meal? In morning or some other time? Any time is the right time. But here's, if you're going to do juice and you want the best impact, I think morning. First thing, goes right into your system, goes right to work. You're energizing your body. You're starting your day with energy and power. If you drink juice before a meal, it's going to curb your appetite and you won't eat as much. That's always a good thing, right? And on my program, it's 2 juices a day. That's part of Jumpstart 2015, 2 juices a day. I recommend morning and before dinner. But I'll tell you, if you can't get it in any other way, any time is the right time. Just drink that juice. Drink it with your meal, after your meal, before your meal, but drink your juice. Get your vegetables, put in your greens, make it work for you. I'm a very practical nutritionist, and I say make it work. It's a real world. We're not perfect. Life isn't perfect. Do your best. Just get it down. Get your big glass of juice. Just go for it. You're going to be healthier and happier than you've ever been just by doing whatever you can do. Okay, thank you so much. I love you. You're wonderful. Go be healthy, happy.